हिरण्याय च नमो विष्णवे च प्रमुषाय च नमो दूताय च प्रहिताय च नमो शङ्किने तेषु धीमते च नमः तीक्ष्णे च वेदायुधिने च नमः स्वायुधाय च सुनन्वने च नमः श्रुत्याय च मत्याय च नमः काट्याय च नीत्याय च नमः सूत्याय च रस्याय च नमो नाट्याय च वैसन्ताय च नमः कूप्याय च वट्याय च नमो वश्याय च वश्याय च नमो भेक्ष्याय च विद्युत्याय च नमः इंद्रियाय च तप्याय च नमो वाक्याय च रेष्याय च नमो वास्तव्याय च वास्तुवाय च ओम हर 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 ओम सोमाय च रुद्राय च नमः ताम्राय च अरुणाय च नमः शंगाय च पशुपतये च नमः उग्राय च भीमाय च नमः अग्रे वदाय च दूरे वदाय च नमः हन्त्रे करणीयते च नमः वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यो नमस्काराय नमः शम्भवे च मयोभवे च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवधराय च नमः नित्याय च गूल्याय च नमः पार्याय च वार्याय च नमः प्रधरणाय चोत्तरणाय च नमः आचार्याय च लाध्याय च नमः नमस्य सत्याय च प्रवाक्याय च नमः हिरण्याय च प्रपद्याय च नमः किगुंशिलाय च क्षयनाय च नमः कवर्धिने च पुलत्वये च नमो गोष्ठ्याय च कृत्याय च नमः कल्प्याय च रेक्याय च नमः काट्याय च गत्वरेष्ठाय च नमो निलयाय च निवेश्याय च नमः पागुं सभ्याय च रजस्याय च नमः शुष्क्याय च नित्याय च लोप्याय च लप्याय च नमः ऊर्व्याय च सूर्याय च नमः पर्ण्याय च वर्णसत्याय च नमः दूरमानाय च विघ्नते च नमः अक्रीडते च प्रक्रीडते च नमो वक्रीडेभ्यो देवानागुं हृदयेभ्यो नमो विक्षीणकेभ्यो नमो विचिन्भक्तेभ्यो नमः हानिहृदेभ्यो नमः हामिभक्तेभ्यः राधे अंगसस्पते दरिद्रण्डीरलोहिता भेषां पुरुषाणां भेषां पशूनां भेषां किञ्चनाममते याते रुद्र शिवा तनो शिवा विश्वाहमेतति शिवा रुद्रस्य मेतति तया नो मृडजीवसे इमागुं रुद्राय तपसे कपर्दिने क्षयद्वीराय प्रवरामहे मदिं यदा न समसत्पिबदे जगष्पदे विश्वं पुष्टं ग्रामे अस्ति नरातुरम् मृडानो रुद्रोचनो मयस्विति क्षयद्वीराय नमसा विधेमते यज्ञं जयोज्जमनुरायजे पितादतस्यामनवरुद्रप्रणीतौ मानो महान्तमुदमानो अर्भगं मानवुक्षन्तमुदमानवुक्षितम् मानो वदेक्किलरम्मोदमातरं प्रियामानस्तनुवो रुद्रयेजः मानस्तोचेतनये मानायुषिमानो गोषुमान् अश्वेषुरेजः वीरान् मानो रुद्रवामिदो हृदे रविस्मन्तो नमसा विधेमते आराध्ये गोग्नहुरभूजग्ने क्षयद्वीराय तुं नमस्मेते अस्तु रक्षाजनो अदितदेव भ्रूर्गिराजन शर्म यद्विवर्हा स्वे सुदं गर्ददं युवानं मुद्रं मुडाजरित्रे रुद्रस्तवानो अन्यन्ते अस्मन्निव पन्तु सेनाः वैणो रुद्रस्य एकरुणत्वपरिप्रेषस्य दुर्मतिर्घायोः अवस्थिरामगवद्भ्यश्चन स्वमेकस्तोकाय तनयाय मृडया नीरुष्टमशिवो नः सुमना भव हरे वृक्ष आयुधन्निधाय कृत्तिम्मसानादरविनाकं विभ्रताकहि विभेदव्यो नमस्ते अस्तु भगवः यास्ते सहस्रगुं एतयोन्यमस्मन्निव बन्धुताः नश्यामि सहस्रदा बाहुस्तव एतयः काशामीशा नो भगवः पराची नामुकाकृतिः सहस्राणि सहस्रयो ये रुद्रादिभूम्याः येषागं सहस्रयो जने वदन्मान् जन्मसि अस्मिन् महत्यन्नवेन्दरिक्षे भवा अधि नीलग्रीवादिघण्टाः सर्वादः क्षमाधराः नीलग्रीवादिघण्टादिवगुं रुद्रावस्थिताः ये दृश्येषु तस्मिन् जरा नीलग्रीवाविलोहिताः ये भूतानामधिपतयो विधिनाशक्कवर्धिनः ये अन्ये दुर्विद्यन्ति मात्रे दुर्विपदो जनान् ये पदाम्बदक्षैलवृता यौवृतः ये दीर्घानि प्रचरन्ति निगावन्तोनि सङ्गिनः भूयागं तद्दिशो रुद्रावितस्थिरे येषागं सहस्रयोजने वदन्माणि जन्मसि नमो रुद्रेभ्यो ये पृथिव्यां मे अंतरिक्षे ये दिव्ये चामल्लम्बातो वश्यमितमस्तेभ्यो निरप्राचीकृतदक्षिणादिशप्रदेशेर्दशोदीर्घेर्दशोद्वास्तेभ्यो नमस्ते नो विडयं हृदयं विष्णो यच्च भोगं मे ददामि त्रयं विजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनात् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् यो रुद्रो अग्नौ यो अप्सु यो सदीशु यो रुद्रो विश्वाभुवना विवेद तस्मै रुद्राय नमो नमः सहस्रमयि कम्पासा मृत्यो मध्यायान्तवे आन् यज्ञस्य मायया सर्वाणो वेदामहे मृत्यवे स्वाहा मृत्यवे स्वाहा प्राणानां रुद्रो माविशान्तकः हेनानेनाप्यायस्व नमो रुद्राय विष्णवे मृत्युर्मे पाहि विश्वत्यक्षेतिमे धुरस्य यक्ष्वामहेशो मनसाय रुद्रं नमो देवमसुरं दुवस्य अयं मे हस्तो भगवान् अयं मे भगवत्तरः अयं मे विश्ववे सजोयितुं शिवा विमर्शनः ॐ शान्ति 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 मयश्च मे प्रियञ्च मे नु कामश्च मे सौमनसश्च मे भद्रं च मे श्रेयश्च मे भस्यश्च मे यशश्च मे भगश्च मे द्रविणं च मे यन्ता च मे धत्ता च मे क्षेमश्च मे नितिश्च मे विश्वं च मे महश्च मे संविच्च मे ज्ञात्रं च मे सोच्च मे प्रसोच्च मे सीरं च मे लयश्च मृदं च मे मृतं च मे यक्ष्मं च मे नामयच्च मे धीवादश्च मे दीर्घायुत्वं च मे न मित्रं च मे भयं च मे सुखं च मे शयनं च मे सूषा च मे सुदिनं च मे ॐ शान्ति 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 महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात् सात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारी धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात् सारुद्राय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्तिः प्रचोदयात् तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महासेनाय धीमहि तन्नः षण्मुखः प्रचोदयात् तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे चक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्तिः प्रचोदयात् साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात् स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महीषा गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति
with the grace and blessings of our beloved Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, Ojeshwar, we commence against him. We call upon His Holiness Sairam Prabhudas Charan Swamiji, who is a member of the ISKCON Society, to please give a beautiful introduction of our guest speaker today. So, over to Maharaj, please.
Today, we are all very blessed and very fortunate to have with us Shri Anil Kumar sir, who you all know very well, know him to be the main person or the main translator of Baba's lecture for more than 30-40 years. So you must have heard him umpteen number of times and well accustomed to him more than me. But I had the wonderful opportunity to hear from him on numerous occasions here. And I feel myself blessed to hear various aspects from his wonderful words which he used to use. I want to tell you something which happened once, first time when I met him here. After hearing a lecture of his, I went to him and asked him, "You must have learned, you must have graduated from some of the Ivy Western universities or Western League. The kind of mastery you have on English language is unprecedented. How it's possible? You must have studied somewhere in UK or somewhere." I asked him. He told me that I want to tell you a truth. I'm actually a botanical student, student of botany. And I was really shocked. How come it's possible of such a man that he is having such a mastery of his words, language? If you ask him to speak on any subject or any philosophy, and in a specific words, if you give him 10 words, you have to describe. I don't think anybody else can do it except him. You know, in that way, we are very, very blessed today. And I am looking forward to hear much more from him. And today, it's a very auspicious day. And over to him, not taking much of his time. Thank you.
Hara Shiva Shankara Shankara Shekhara Hara Bam 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 Bolo Hara Shiva My humble prostrations at the lotus feet of our most Lord Bhagwan, my prostrations to our Lord Ojeshwar, and my humble thanks and gratitude to each and every one of you for having made it convenient to be with us this pleasant evening. Thank you, Swamiji, for your fine words of introduction. I wish I deserve them all. Just a thought, an extension to what you said. Somebody asked me, Anil Kumar, how do you translate so fast, keeping pace with Bhagwan? Because Bhagwan's speed, momentum, of jet speed. To keep pace with that is not an ordinary joke. How do you do that, they said? Because I dare not ask him to repeat. And I have no courage to tell him, Swami, please slow down. I cannot do that. Therefore, there is no other way. He was shaking his hand like that. I mean, come that way. Very, very hot. Then I thought Swami is suffering from temperature. One boy came there and just pushed aside the glasses so that there will be enough of air into the room so that you won't sweat much. So I close it, I feel very cold. I said, I understood the problem. Then I said, Swami, today, let there not be discourse. Because every day he's giving discourse. Today, let us not have discourse. You know what he said? So you give a discourse. So you go. Swami, if I go, I won't return. Because there's a lake there. They'll push me to the lake. You have to collect my body next month. I don't do that, Swami. Then Swami said, no, so many foreigners here. They're expecting Swami to do some talk. And they're spending a lot of time. Let him go there. Just in few seconds before in Bhajan Hall, there was some lecturer by Gopinath there. Hey, Gopi, get the thermometer. They checked 98.4. High temperature, 98.4 now. My favorite, you should have done with you. Come on. Then he went there again. Therefore, nothing mundane, nothing ephemeral, nothing worldly, nothing sensual would affect him. The Senician won't affect him because he is the one beyond. He is the one beyond. And as you know, Lord Shiva has 3 eyes, 2 and a third at the center. You know what Swami's joke? If you see anybody with 3 eyes, can you look at him? Impossible. How does a man of 3 eyes look at you? Only 2 eyes. Third eye, what is he going to do? Is he going to keep it closed? Or is he going to open? What is going to do with the third eye? That is all a story. That is all a story. The real point is the both eyes, one the sun, the other the moon, and the central eye is the fire. The center is the fire. That's what Bhagwan said. Okay, this explanation Swami gave 5. But another Shivarathri occasion, he gave another interpretation. One eye is the past, one eye is the future, central eye is the present. So 3 eyes are 3 periods of time. I tell you, my friends, nobody should we ever think. I heard Shivarathri discourse last time. You are a beautiful, a beautiful turn there. Something different. Just as diamond has got different shades, Swami's message has got different shades of appeal, which is universal. That's what Bhagwan is. Trinetra, the 3 eyes, the past, present, and the future. The sun and the moon and the fire at the center, the third eye. At another time he said, third eye is the inner eye, he said. Inner eye. We are already spoiled enough with these 2 outer eyes. Why third eye? Then he said the third eye because to go inward, like the path of inquiry or vicharana. In vicharana, inquiry, the third eye represents vicharana and inquiry to go inwards. That's what the third eye is. Baba's Trinetra, one word. Who can explain that? It's only who can do that. And then he said, is Bhutanatha. Bhutanatha. And he said, he is the master of all the five elements, Panchabhutas. Oh, very good interpretation. Next time he said, Bhutas meaning they are all of beings, living creatures. He is the head of all the beings, the Bhuta Natha, head of all beings. That's what he said. So many shapes, so many meanings and interpretations as he speaks, which we might not have heard till this day, because the original speaks, But that's a simple example. There's one scholar by name Kamadhani, a very great scholar. Scholarship in every branch of Veda. And he knows all Puranas. And he approached Swami and said, Swami, you tell so many stories about Ramachandra. They are not there in the original text of Ramayana, Swami. They are not there. And he tells Swami, yours are only your stories. They are not from Ramayana. You know what Baba said? Important answer. Valmiki wrote what he knows about Rama. He cannot know more than Rama himself. He cannot know more than Rama himself. So he cut him out shakti. And then, but one time he was speaking about his visit to East Godavari around 65 years ago. 65 years, even more. Suddenly he stood in the veranda. He was mentioning the names of many of the devotees he met. Taka, he was telling. Very different. 60 years back he met them. And I said, Swami, you know them all? An ancient Sanatana Sarati. An ancient. So I know all of them. That's what Swami said. Same thing he told Ghantasala. Ghantasala, I know you for your last 7 births. 7 births. I know you. Therefore, Swami knows the present and past and future. And he gave another example. My car has front gear and the reverse gear. I can go to the forward direction and know what's kept in store for you in future, and can go back and tell you what had happened in your past also. That's Trinetranjana. That's what it is. And then Shiva is known for his knowledge. Lord Shiva is known for knowledge. If you just go on the Hindu stadium, watch the statue of Lord Shiva. Shiva is always noticed with the eyes closed, most of the places. Why? Does he not want to see us or what? Why should he remain eyes closed? Swami tells this, that you should close your eyes so that you will go to that inward journey, so that you will go into inner consciousness, into the depth of your reality. Then you will know who you are. Therefore, Shiva is in a meditative state. In a meditative state, for all of us to be in deep meditation, for all us to realize and experience the consciousness, you should also meditate Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga. That's what he spoke about, Lord Shiva. And then, Swami, why snakes? Why snakes? There are so many things if you want. Why snakes? You know what he said? Snakes are the beings. Snakes are the living creatures. So, I adorn my neck. I take care of them. Okay, very good interpretation. Next time he said, right, I will watch the Lingotbhava. Bhava. Have you seen the emergence of Linga? Swami, we have seen. You know what will happen at the time? Terrific heat within. And the heat gets solidified. The metal in our body transforms itself into a solid Hiranyagarbha. And that's what Swami visualizes. So that is the heat. and to see that heat won't affect me. The cold-blooded serpents are around. Cold-blooded serpents. So Swami, is it enough? No. I have water also there, Ganga, to protect. Swami, is that enough? No. Matted hair on the top also. Matted hair. And quite cool and comforting. Therefore, that the very picture of Lord Shiva signifies something deeper. It's not in the outer way we interpret and we understand. You can think of any form. What is the form of any avatar? You can say this is the form of avatar. What is the form of Shiva? Formless. Formlessness is the form of Shiva. He has no form. But however, in certain places, people will have some kind of form because they want to worship Manushya Rupa in a human form. That's why they call different names. Pashupati Nath, or they will say Bhairava, Lord Shiva like that. They give and Rudra, so many names, Ardhanarishwara, so many names have been given to him because we want him to have a form, though he is formless. Though he is formless, we insist you can't go like that, you must have a form. So, Shiva is formless. What is the formlessness? With your permission. Haribo. He is asking me to sit there for a huh? And so, this kind of personality of Shiva, the formlessness, simple example. What is the formlessness? Of course, people will say, okay, how can there be anything that's formless? Because we're senseless, we put that question. What does Baba say about it? Here is a flower. The flower has a name and a form. A rose flower or jasmine flower, whatever may be. But the smell of the flower has no form. See that? The smell of the flower has no form. That is the reality. Mother has a form, but mother's love towards the child has no form. So reality is formless. That expression may assume form, but truly speaking, formlessness is the nature of the divinity. That's what Swami said. Sarvendriya guna bhasam, sarvendriya nivarjitam. He has got all these attributes, but he has got nothing to do with them. Nothing to do with them because he is formless, always. And Shiva is also a personality attributeless, nirguna, nirakara, and nirguna, no attributes. Because if you say he has attributes, he is partial. He is partial, no attributes at all. If you say he is compassionate, it means he must be good, cruel to somebody else. If you say he is kind, he must be unkind to somebody. Because these attributes that we speak, maybe the grace or kindness or compassion, they are all dual. Because they have an opposite term also. If you say he's a good fellow, there must be another bad fellow also there. So goodness, badness, whatever you may call it, they are all dual. But Lord Shiva is non-dual. No attributes. So nameless, formless, attributeless. Trigunam, Dalagam, Trayai, all these three, what are they? Nameless, formless, attributeless, Ekabilvam, Sivarpanam. All the three merge, amalgamated, or made a beautiful combination or composition offered back to him. That's what Shiva's deep philosophy is. And then it is said there, just when I close my eyes, nothing there, completely dark, completely empty. When I open eyes, everything. When I close my eyes, nothing. Swami did this one day. He opened his palm like that. Right, what is here? Nothing, son. Huh? Nothing. Nothing is everything. Nothing is everything, Ra. That's what Baba is. Nothing is everything. And everything is nothing. Everything is nothing. So, therefore, what we have to understand is the entire formful creatures, the entire formful creation, or the whole of the galaxy, or the universe, the planetary system, whatever we may call, they all have some kind of attributes, some kind of forms and names. But Shiva is bare. No names, no forms, nothing whatsoever. And Lord Shiva Swami explains. Shiva stands for wisdom. Wisdom is different from knowledge. Knowledge is available in schools and colleges and universities to such a level that some of the degrees are distributed like pamphlets or leaflets. Because Professor Viswanathan, English professor said, degrees these days are not worth even the paper on which they are printed. That's how it is. So that is all the knowledge. Knowledge is borrowed. Knowledge is not your own. You read some book and start thinking about it. It's not your own. Knowledge is second-hand information. Knowledge is borrowed. Knowledge is not original. But wisdom is original. Wisdom is something that is different from knowledge. Knowledge is collected. Wisdom is inborn. Knowledge is borrowed. Wisdom is native, nascent, original, created. That's what wisdom is. So you cannot say, if I translate knowledge as jnana, nothing like when Swami says, you're wrong. I'm wrong. Because Vijaya is not jnana. Jnana is wisdom only. What is that jnana? Not the degree. Any fellow may have any degree. What is? Today lots of degrees. Until they say we don't know what degree they hold. Better they don't open their mouth because we'll find out that he doesn't deserve the degree. So, so the point is, degree is not knowledge at all. Knowledge can be acquired, wisdom is not acquired. It is within you. How do you know? How to know that wisdom, you are born with wisdom? How do you know that? Swami gives example. Simple example. Prajnanam Brahma. Prajnanam Brahma. We say Prajnanam Brahma. I say, is not Jnana Brahma? No, Prajnanam Brahma. Not simple Jnana, Prajnana. So Swami, what is Prajnana? He says, sand particles near the seashore, Marina Beach, if you like, or Juhu Beach, and we have some representatives from Bombay also. So mix the sand particles and the sugar particles, mix them, throw them there. Ants will go towards the sugar particles, not towards the sand particles. See that? In Kanyakumari, in certain place, there's some sand which is white, completely like sugar. But no ant is confused. It goes towards the sugar particle, that is Prajnanam Brahma. The inborn wisdom, that's what Swami says. He gave another example. A newborn calf would run towards the mother, the cow, to draw the milk from the udder, not from the tail. Nobody takes the calf to the udder. It goes on its own. It draws milk from there. Why? Who taught them? Prajnanam Brahma. Take for example honeybees. Wonderful flowers are coming today. The plastic flowers are more beautiful than the original flowers. More beautiful. And moreover, we have got the green leaves also, coronal, plastic coronals. And we have got the plantain leaves, no, plastic plantain leaves also. Everything is plastic. Everything is artificial. That's how our life is like that. Now, when you keep plastic flowers there and genuine flowers there, plastic flowers more beautiful. All artificial things are very, very beautiful. More than Uma gold is more attractive than his gold. So what happens is the honey bee will go towards the real flower, but not the plastic flower. Why? Prajnanam Brahma. So this prajnana, this awareness, this alertness, this wakefulness is there. That's what prajnanam is. Why? Simple example. When Swami was walking, coming down from Madanapalli Hartley Hills, some little stone had hit his toe. Got injured also. Immediately boys came and pushed all those pebbles over there so that Swami walked free. Swami said, why do you do that? They are waiting for my sparsha, for my touch all these years. They are waiting, they are praying for my touch. Why do you put them like that? He said, why? Prajnana. He sees the prajnana, that latent wisdom, be that insect, yavasthavara jangamadu, what may be animate or inanimate, whatever may be, he finds that jnana, that wisdom everywhere. Everywhere. He takes photographs, his boys there in Kodaikanal, standing by the side of beautiful plants there with flowers. Being very anxious, I went very close to him, almost. He said, that flower also is waiting to be photographed. Huh? Let the flower also take a chance. Just go that way. So he knows the prayers of flowers. He knows the prayers of the stones, hills, hillocks and mountains and the pebbles. He knows the sense of the feel of the touch of the sand or the yearning and the pining of the mighty ocean. He went along with Dr. S. Bhagwan. The sea was up that time, full moon day, and the waves were surging forth towards the shore. Dr. Bhagwan, as most of you know, a reputed scientist of this country, who is very well known all over the world. He was Vice Chancellor of Andhra University. He was also Vice Chancellor of Usmania University. He was the Director of Indian Institute of Sciences, and he retired as advisor to the Defense Council of India. Such a man. First scientist to come to Bhagwan. Scientist. Scientist is a materialist. A spiritualist, this is immaterial for him. So he wanted to test Swami. And Swami was going with Bhagwantam for a morning walk along the seashore. What is the other name of sea? Other name? Yes. Bhagwantam is a scholar in Sanskrit also. What is the other name of sea? Ratnakara Swami. Ratnakara. What does it mean? There should be gems there. Where are the gems? You find only waves and the shells and all that. Oh, Swami stood there. It is on record with photographs also. From the surface of the sea, a beautiful chain of most precious pearls. Come on. He touched his feet there. Then he said, Ratnakara, and see. That Ratnakara was happy that this Ratnakara has come here, so he wanted to pay his respects. That's what it is. And then he was walking with Bhagwantam to some distance along the seashore. Bhagwantam, shall we sit here? No, Swami, I want to walk for some more time. Why? This man is thinking Swami must be hiding something there and wants to show me as a manifestation, as a miracle. Well, I'm not going to be duped because I'm scientist number one. He said, Swami, let's walk for some time. And they were walking together. Then, Bhagwantam, shall we sit here? And then at one stage, Bhagwantam said, Swami, let us sit here. Okay. Because the space and the time was decided by Bhagwantam. Swami said, let us see. You're separating the sand grains. Appa. Bhagavad Gita book came out. Bhagavad Gita. Yemi Bhagwantam. Have you seen this? Swami, I have seen it. I have seen it. It is nice. That is Yato va imani bhutani jayanti. Yato vachoni vartante aprapya manasasa. It's beyond your narration. It's beyond your comprehension. It's beyond your imagination. After all, it may be your hallucination to estimate the divinity. The reality is something beyond. And so he created, and Bhagwan was wonderstruck. And then they went to the Shiva temple, and Swami utilized diamond. And got this diamond stuck to Shiva's Shivalinga. And this man started doubting. No metal can be stuck to a stone. Shiva is a stone. Shivalinga. How do you attach the diamond to that? Impossible. Yes, Bhagwan. సృష్టించినవాడు అతికించలేదా? The one who created, can't you see that it is fixed there? என்ன సమాచారం మాట్లాడే having created, can't I get it fixed there? Therefore, he is beyond all the explanation of science and technology, be that material sciences or any fundamental sciences or applied sciences, whatever may be, is beyond. He cannot be controlled, he cannot be brought within the framework of the universe or the nature. That's very, very clear about it. And then Swami speaks about Lord Shiva once again. And Lord Shiva, his name is Digambara. Digambara means, in our sense, a nude man. Children are Digambaras. They don't wear any clothes. Digambara. But what is the explanation that Baba has given? Dik, the poles. Ambara, the canopy. So the whole space is the canopy that stands on the poles. Dik, Ambara. The poles, Ambara, the canopy and umbrella. That's what Swami says. Here Digambara. And the Swami also speaks of Lord Shiva in another sense. Once we were returning from Whitefield, coming towards Puttaparthi. The Puttaparthi fellows are very happy, the shopkeepers, because when Swami is there, Lakshmi is there. Lakshmi, they will have a lot of market and business. Oh, they get bumps there, illumination, wow. Swami, what is all this? Does he not know? Swami, they say, tumultuous welcome to you, Swami, because they could not bear the circulation all these days. They have said, business, that's all the business, he said. And then at that time he said, Anil Kumar, remember one point, it's important for all of us. I don't mention anything for just a kind of narration or a humor or fun or frolic. Every incident carries with it a message that we should absorb, emulate, and ponder over, reflect upon, quite for some time. But that's what he said. You see, wherever there is Narayana, there is Lakshmi. Lakshmi follows Narayana. Therefore, Lakshmi, Narayana. They have not said Narayana, Lakshmi. Narayana. So, because wherever I am, there is fun there. Therefore, people are doing it. I mean, that's true. Not only true in shopkeepers, it is true with all of us also. It's good that we accepted the truth, he said. I can tell you, my friend, there are many, many people. It may not be decent enough, and my culture won't permit me to mention their names, who are nobody. Their beginnings, after coming to Swami, they are something today. Their name, their reputation, their bank accounts, wow. Because they are Narayana. Lakshmi naturally follows. To put in a sentence, what he said in earlier avatar, Shirdi, Arthulainanemi, Nirupedalainanemi, Shirdi Praveshame Dukka Pariharamu. They may be forlorn, they may be given up, they may be condemned, they may be orphans. The moment they come to Shirdi, I take care of them. I take care of them. And further, Shirdi Bhagwan said, Nobody would ever die out of starvation. Take it from me. Today in Puttaparthi, no one dies out of starvation. Everybody is ready to feed somebody else also. Yes. Because that is his greatness. That is the effulgence. That is the brilliance. That is the Jyotishama Vijot. Samasah Paramuchate. That light of lights. That's what Bhagwan is. So, is Advaita Darshanam Jnana. Non-dualism is actually Jnanam or wisdom. And is Nirakara and Nirguna. Nirguna. And then Namarahita. Nameless. Nameless. Nameless? Yes. The name you have given. He has no name. He has no name. So the society may give him a name for identification. Left to him, no name, nameless, beginningless, endless, avyaktam, achurjam. Achurjam, yes. It cannot be split. It is ancient. It is one that is eternal. That's really most fascinating reality, the philosophy and the spirituality underlying the life of Lord Shiva. There's nothing to speak about any experience of the miracles with Lord Shiva. What do you speak of some miracles of Shiva? He is there like that. No name, no form, no attribute. What do you get from him? The thing that's expected of you is self-awareness. Self-awareness. That Atman, the Brahman, and that supreme consciousness must come to reality, must come to experience. That is the wish of Shiva. Shiva Sankalpa, meaning the wish of Lord Shiva is that all of us should realize. That's what Bhagwan said. The purpose of my advent is to make everyone realize your divinity. That's what he said. Make you to realize your divinity. That's what Shiva is. To make you realize the divinity. And then everything has got a significance. I used to tell many people, you cannot take it in a normal sense. No. Bharat is the place of his birth, this country. Why? Parama Pavanamainati Bharata Sahanamam Nadimanaku Sakadanamu వ్రతములన్నిటియందు వనగాంచినట్టి ఘన సత్యశీలమే కఠిన తపము మధుర భావం వేది మన దేశమందన్న మాతృభావంబు కన్న మాన్యమితి ప్రాణంబు కంటెను మనంబు ఘనమను మన దేశ నీతిని మంటగలిపి నేటికి చిరివేస స్వేచ్ఛయను విచ్చుకౌతులౌరా ఏమందు భరత పాలనంబు ఏమందు భరత పాలనంబు. What a poet. I wish that all these politicians, useless fellows, should read Sai literature so that they'll make better speeches and they'll be more patriotic. More patriotic, yes. Just I'm not to blow my trumpet. Just to one incident that happened there in Vrindavan. It was the day of the visit of Vajpayee, the then Prime Minister, visiting Whitefield, Sai Suti. All boys came running and they sat there. And when I was also going, Swami said, "You come." I went there. Anil Kumar, Vajpayee vastunnadappa. What? Oh, what question? You know what Vajpayee likes, and you know Swami's message that would please him. Without speaking, what? Khanda khandantara chatina chinchina mahaniyunanuganna matrubu. పశచవీరుల పరద్రోలించియు స్వాతంత్రముగన్న సమరభూమి సాహిత్య శాస్త్రీయ విద్యలందు దిశక్తి చూపిన దివ్య భూమి చిత్రకళలతోడ చిత్రమై ఉన్నట్టి భరతమాత. What a beautiful description of this motherland. All some and substances, a land that has given birth to noble people, saints and seers and prophets of the past. The seers, the saints, are born here in this country. And in the country that has driven out the foreign rule by following the principle of ahimsa, the non-violence. He is the center of all the science and technology, which is yet to be unraveled, which is yet to be known by the present day generation. If people are running after Ayurveda today, you can understand what it is. Ayurveda is not of today. Who cared for Ayurveda? Now people say yoga is the word. Patanjali is not of today. So all these things were there in the past. Not that I am feeling proud of it. The only thing is, let us know how rich we are in respect of spirituality, in respect of spiritual discipline, in respect of vision. That's what Swami said. Paradhajnanamu paschacham. The material knowledge is Western knowledge. Paradhajnanamu Bharatiya. That is spiritual knowledge, is the knowledge of Bharatiyas. So then Swami said, Bhagwan is coming to back. Come. That's my job. He won't tell you on your face, but where you go wrong, he will tell you in public. When you go wrong in public, when you are right, at the most, in your absence, you may tell somebody, he has done nicely. That's all. That fellow comes and tells you. Until then, you are not supposed to. But that is time. Because the no parent praises their children on their face. That's the tradition of this country. Unlike the Western country, you know, Mr. Kumar, my son, so my wife, I know, he stood first in school. How am I interested? I have come to meet you and talk to you, not to know the biography of person. In the West, it is their style to speak of their children. You know what else? How I respect that. I'm just waiting to get the watch when they would conclude the narration. So in India, we don't praise our children on their face. No. That's Swami, you know what? He may say in your absence. He may say in public. It includes everybody. It includes everybody. Prime Minister says, conveys his greetings on Rekindle Shivarathri. You are also included there. You can say, Swami, Modi has praised Modi also. The sharing head. Why do you say like that? Therefore, individually he will not praise anybody. Individual, that's his nature. And divine parent, the divine parent. And then Swami speaks of Lord Shiva, and you should find him. We call him Kamahari. Kamahari meaning desirelessness. The one who sees that you will not have any more desire. Hari, that you get exhausted. Kama, desire. Desire is gone like vapor. Finished. Oh, I see. Then I have so many desires, what am I to do? Your business is to see that you be desireless. Why should I be desireless? So that you don't have to be born again. Mrityunjaya. Mrityunjaya, meaning you don't have to be born when you are desireless. We are born again and again because of the desires. See how he links the what you call the philosophy with our daily life. And I explain in a beautiful way. Shiva Sankalpa. What is Shiva Sankalpa? Meaning that which should happen, come what may. Come what may. Nobody can transgress in any sense. Impossible. It was the war time between India and Pakistan. when first world conference was to be held at Bombay, organizers came and said, Swami, war is going on. Can we postpone the world conference? Nothing doing, we have it. War, there will be ceasefire. There will be no more war when you have a world conference there. Why? Shiva Sankalpa. Sai Sankalpa is Vajra Sankalpa. That is bound to happen. Even you cannot evade it, that should happen. Shiva Sankalpa. And Shivajna, command of Shiva, has to obey it strictly. And when Swami says, you have to do that. Immediately, there is no escape there. For your own good. Therefore, that quality or unity of the three gunas, Sattva, Rajas, Tamo guna, which are to be offered, and one has to transcend these three qualities, then you can call it Trigunatitam, beyond these three. Trigunati, even Sattva, one has to transcend. Swami, a simple question, what? Sattva is the pious quality. Why should we transcend? Swami, no. One is an iron chain, other is a silver chain, third is a gold chain. A chain is a chain. That's all. Sattva guna is a golden chain. Raja guna is silver chain. Sattva guna, this tamasic quality is iron chain. Therefore, you should be free from all these three qualities. Be that iron chain, silver chain, or gold chain. Trigunatita. That's what it is. And then Swami explains this way about Lord Shiva. His plan, a beautiful anecdote that he explained, narrated beautifully. He says Mother Parvati decided to have a community hall in Kailasa. For these saints who were suffering because of cold weather, why not have some community hall for these saints? She decided. And she came to Lord Shiva, come on, have it. Then Parvati said, Swami, construction is going on, but I am only worried about that fellow Shani. He may come and spoil my day. That's what I am worried, Swami. You please go and tell him not to interfere with my plan. Okay. All right. Swami, if that fellow decides to spoil this already, how am I to know that he is against my action plan? How am I to know? Arati, don't worry. I blow my Dhamarukam, just as you do here every day. I play on that instrument. The moment you hear the instrument, you will know that Shiva is against this action plan. Okay. And there came Shiva to Shani and said, interfere with that poor lady. She wants some community hall for you. Yes, Swami, I want. Can I interfere with Shiva's plan? Swami, I am so happy to help. You have come all the way. But I want to see your dance. I want your cosmic dance. Oh, is that so? Then he started dancing. Oh, making sound in the number. That lady thought that Shiva is against this. Ruining the whole collapse, the whole building. This Swami explains that design of the building, the planning of the building is not as per the will of Bhagwan. Because he didn't like it finished, you cannot have it. That's all. Shivajna, Shiva Sankalpa, beautiful ideas indeed. And you also must have noticed the Pancharam, the 5 places of Lord Shiva at different places in Draksharama, in Himavaram, in Palakulu. There are 5 Shiva centers here in Andhra Pradesh. Pancharam. And the story says there was one fellow by name Tarakasura. He got all kinds of wounds and started behaving crazy. What is to be done? Shiva himself came, and then this Tarakasura said, Swami, I want you to bless me with fulfillment of one more desire. What is it? I want your Jnanalingam. I want your Jnanalingam. Lord Shiva is Mola Shankara. Whatever you ask, you immediately grant it. Immediate granted. So he had Jnanalinga and swallowed like homeopathy. Simply swallowed. What is it? People went on in search of Jnanalinga and finally found out this is Tarakasura in the country. And therefore, he had to be killed. And then bring out the Jnanalinga. It was cut into 5 pieces. And they are placed at 5 different places. They are called Pancharama. That's what Pancharama is. Every place is very holy. And then they said, why bull there? Why bull? Why bull there? There are 2 interpretations here. Please, I always tell my friends and devotees, never think that you heard already. You are a fool, number 1. If you think I already know, it means you do not know that you do not know. You do not know that you do not know. How do I say that? About Nandi, he gave 2 interpretations. One interpretation is Nandi is individual soul, Jivatma. Lord Shiva is Paramatma. See that? Jivatma and Paramatma. Identification, the unification of the universal self and the individual self. The unity of the cosmic self and the individual self. The universal mind and the individual mind. That unity, that's what Nandiswara. Nandi is a beautiful explanation. Alright, Swami, what is he doing? Identification, okay. What job he has? Swami says, he looks straight at the Lord Shiva. Nandi always faces Shiva. He is not disturbed that way, this way. He is not disturbed by any huge gathering or less gathering. Nothing like that. Always concentrate on him. It means you should have the focused attention, total absolute concentration on the Lord as Nandi. So then he gives the description. At another time he said, Nandi stands for Satsanga, good company. And then people hold the 2 horns of Nandi and look at Lord Shiva. Why? Why? There are so many animals with horns. Why only Nandi? And he says, you look through the horns of Nandi straight to Lord Shiva so that no one can come in between the individual soul and the universal soul. That's why Swami says, Eva, no recommendation. Heart to heart, love to love, no recommendation. So he wants you to be Nandi, not to go for any recommendation. We have straight away, eye to eye, love to love, heart to heart, contact with Bhagwan. Like this, my friends. There are so many things I wanted to share. I think the time is being exhausted. And let us be respectful by retiring at this stage. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hariharam, Kankaram. Hey, Hariharam. Hey! Mr. Maharaj ki Bhaktamandal ki Pavan Sutta Hanuman ki Vrindavan Krishna Chandra ki Jai Bolo Bhagwan Ji Sathya Baba Ji ki